Welcome back. We're in Sheung Wan with Darren to check out a different kind of craft in the city.
As you can probably tell, I wear my watch a lot. My first watch came from my father. I was around 7 or 8, and from that moment on, it was over. I wore my watch all the time. I wear it when I go to work, when I take a shower, when I sleep. It has just always been a part of me. But that's not to say I'm sentimental about watches. To me, they are just tools. Their value is only as good as their functionalities. So I've never really understood why people would spend money to get watches that requires maintenance or repairs. I mean, in this day and age, isn't it cheaper and easier to just get a new one? Obviously, not everyone is as extreme as I am in this regard. So today, I am going to explore the deeper meaning behind all the hairsprings and pivots and hands and dials and bezels to really discover why people love their watches so much.
Time is as valuable as you want it to be. Timepieces often reflect this. Whether it's valued by its intricate craftsmanship or simply by sentiment, there is always more than meets the eye.
So Anthony, this is an absolutely lovely place.
Actually, our watch company is a keen watch retailer in Hong Kong. We majorly focus our customers for Hong Kong local people. So we would like to enhance the overall experience for our customers. So we develop a watch repairing centers, do the professional watch maintenance, and then also base it on Switzerland and German professional watchmaking level standard.
So why do you think they would want to come here? What's the advantage, do you think?
We want to develop a local repair and services center with international standard. So we can save our customers time, also can provide good professional timepiece standard to our customers.
I know getting the standards right for the watch fixing and the repair is quite difficult, isn't it? What's that journey been like?
Actually, this is a very challenging. Switzerland is the major country provided watch products, so they got really high standard for all the watchmakers and watch repairings as well. So we try to order and purchase all the equipment, all the instruments from Switzerland and Germany to fit in their international standard.
Getting the right equipment is one thing, which you've done, but then getting the right people, like you said, with experience, the masters, to actually do the work. Is it difficult? I mean, how many of these masters have you got here?
Actually, we got 5 watchmakers here. This is very critical because, in Hong Kong, recruit many experienced watchmakers. This is not an easy thing. Actually, 2 of them are our old colleague at all. So they basically work in our company more than 30 years. And then another 3 watchmakers, they all come from a large luxury watch group. So they already well equipped with luxury watches, timepiece professionalism.
So Mark, hello. How long have you been in this business?
I have worked around over 30 years.
30 years? And you have always been a watchmaker?
Yes. I have been studying in Swiss watchmaking school.
Okay.
And then I have been working in different Swiss brand company as a watchmaker. Also, I will serve as a technical trainer to train up the younger watchmaker and evaluate them in different countries.
I see. What's important in becoming a watchmaker, do you think?
I would say, first of all, you have to take patience. For the younger watchmaker, we will start from maybe the big movement, the gen size or extra large size movement. Let them to practice how to dismantling and reassemble, and how to re-lubrication, how to do the adjustment. When they feel better and more comfortable, we will start from the lady watches.
Are the ladies' watches the most difficult?
Yeah, because the size is quite small, and then all the part is smaller than the gen size, the movement.
Why do you think people are so sentimental about watches?
I can share one story. One day, I saw one old lady. She bring the watch to the service center. For the beginning, I saw the condition is very bad because the clamp is broken, the glass is cracked. She said this is from her husband, but her husband is passed away last year. So eventually, we keep the original, except for the damaged part, we mandatory to replace. But even the watch, the case condition, the scratch, the marking, we didn't touch. We didn't polish.
For her memories.
Yes.
Yes, that's a beautiful story. Hello, David. First of all, I'd like to ask about sort of your watch history. Are you a big watch person?
Not a massive watch person, but I've always had decent watches when I can afford them, and I have sports watches. I have a dress watch and a couple of other watches that have come to me through the family line.
It's always been a part of your life?
Yes.
And do you take all your watches to the repair centre here?
Yes, I do, yes. Particularly a piece like this, which is over 100 years old.
Yeah.
It took the Sifu several months to source the parts that he needed to get to replace the mechanism inside.
Yeah.
So that was why it wasn't easy to find somebody, and it was just pure happenstance that a friend of mine who knows the Sifu and his family, that she recommended him, and I've been very pleased. So pleased, in fact, that this morning one of my daughters has inherited some 4 or 5 watches from her grandmother who passed away, and again they've stopped working, so I brought them in this morning, and he's going to be looking after those for me as well.
Fantastic.
So,
can you tell me a little bit about this pocket watch? Why is it so important to you?
well, as I say, it was given to me by my father on his deathbed, and he said to me that the watch was to go to the first son in every generation.
Why do you know it takes so long to repair it? I mean, what was the issue of?
Lao Sifu told me when he looked at it, he said it would take some time because he inspected the mechanism and said that he was going to have to source the replacement parts. It's quite astonishing, the fact that they were able to make machinery of such incredible precision over 100 years ago.
And still ticking?
Yeah.
I can hear it. Would you say Lao Sifu is more than just a family watch doctor? Has he become sort of an acquaintance, a friend, something like that?
Well, I like to think so, yes. I had lunch with him and our mutual friend last week or the week before, and that was very pleasant.
Lao Sifu, first of all, I'd like to ask, how long have you been doing this?
45年，
45 years. How did you get into watchmaking?
因為10零歲嗰陣時跟咗阿爺已經開始做㗎啦。
Oh, so you followed your grandfather's footsteps and you started doing watchmaking. So your grandfather was a watchmaker as well?
係啊，我阿爺、我爸爸都係，
Oh, wow.
同埋我細佬都係呢個集團。
So your whole family are watchmakers. So your grandfather, your father, you, your brother. I know that you fixed the pocket watch for David. When you first got the pocket watch, what sort of condition was it in?
佢好耐㗎隻錶，應該有60、70年㗎啦，最少。所以嗰啲零件咧就通常都行得唔好㗎啦。同埋嗰隻錶係斷咗發條嘅，斷咗鏈，去揾翻嗰啲零件就有啲困難嘅。
So from just looking at the pocket watch when you first got it, you can tell that it was about at least 70 years old. And you said the hairspring was broken and I think the chain was broken. It was difficult to get the parts to fix it, right?
個錶已經好耐，同埋嗰啲好稀有嘅，即係好少嘅，所以個零件都係少嘅。
Oh, so the parts were old and they were very rare as well. So in the end, how did you manage to find the parts?
咁啊，靠嗰啲當年嘅朋友，即係做啲古董錶嘅。
Oh, so you actually went to your friends who do antique watches, and then you found the parts and you started putting it together. So when you are putting a pocket watch together that has so much history, is it difficult?
最大難處就係要好小心，佢啲零件同埋嗰啲錶殼啊嗰啲都好單薄嘅。 一唔小心可能就會整壞嘅。
Oh, so the most difficult part is how fragile it was because it was old and everything was very thin and you can't afford to break it because obviously it's hard to find replacement parts. Did you feel a lot of pressure when you were working on it?
有啊，好大壓力啊！教授話佢錶係阿爺剩翻俾佢嘅，所以覺得好珍貴，所以一定要整翻佢嘅。
So you knew about the story of the watch and how it came from his father, and so you felt a lot of pressure in fixing the watch. Today I've had a whale of a time speaking to the experts and the watch lovers, and I've come to understand that a watch is more than just an accessory. For the wearer, it is a statement, an expression of self, and it can also be family history, a memory, a feeling. Take me, for example. I think a watch will always remind me of my father. And as for the masters who repair them, they are a labor of love. They are their art, their craft. And I think I've come to understand that the true value of a watch isn't in how expensive it was, or even the craftsmanship, or how well it tells the time, but that it withstands the test of time.